So it's not just me, right? Like, you guys are confused by the Marvel Legacy announcement too? Last week, Marvel Comics finally revealed some information on their upcoming brand revamp, Marvel Legacy. If you don't already know, Marvel Legacy is the company's attempt at getting back to its roots and trying to reconnect with older and lapsed fans who have become disenfranchised with the slate of comics they've been putting out recently. Over the past few years, Marvel has been pushing a newer, more diverse lineup of heroes while seemingly forgetting about the older ones we all know and love. According to them, Legacy would be the best of both worlds, embracing the past while looking forward to the future. Basically their version of DC Rebirth. Last week, Marvel announced the lineup of books for Marvel Legacy. No creative teams or storylines yet, though. Those will be announced at San Diego Comic-Con. And the announcement wasn't a typical press release. Marvel sent a set amount of gifts to various news outlets. IGN got some gifts, Newsarama got some, so forth and so on. The gifts were of the covers of the upcoming Marvel Legacy books, which would slowly turn into the covers of classic Marvel comics that they were referencing. In all, Marvel Legacy will be comprised of 52 ongoing titles. Why they picked that number, I have no idea, but it's at least half of what they have been putting out. For brevity's sake, I'm not going to get into specifics on every single title. I'll put a link in the description where you can go and check out all the books that they'll be releasing. What I do want to do is discuss whether or not, based on the information that we have, is Marvel on track to deliver what they promised with their initial Legacy pitch? And the short answer is, doesn't look like it. Of the 52 titles announced, only a handful of them seem to be genuinely new. The rest seem to be either continuations or consolidations of currently ongoing Marvel titles. I mean, they don't really seem to be bringing back the classic heroes. Sam Wilson is going to be the Falcon again, but there's no sign of a Captain America book, either with him or Steve Rogers as the character. This may be because they don't want to spoil the ending of Secret Empire, but you already put the Steve Rogers Captain America in your promo images for Legacy. I mean, come on. Both Riri Williams and Dr. Doom are currently Iron Man, and it looks like they're both going to be co-headlining the upcoming Invincible Iron Man title. There's no sign of Tony Stark. Amadeus Cho is no longer going to be the totally awesome Hulk. He's going to be the Incredible Hulk, and there's no mention of Bruce Banner anywhere. It's things like this that lead me to believe that this isn't the Marvel Legacy we were told about in April. This is something completely different and more in line with what Marvel's been doing recently. This is a quote from Marvel Editor-in-Chief Axel Alonso when Legacy was first announced. Marvel Legacy will decide once and for all if the Marvel Universe is big enough for Miles and Peter, Riri and Tony, Thor and Jane Foster, Laura and, dare I say, Logan? Spoiler alert, it is. But again, I don't see Tony Stark in any of these images. Jane Foster still appears to be the default Thor. Granted, it looks like she's dying, but as of now, she's still Thor. And yeah, we have Old Man Logan, but not the classic Logan that, again, you promised us in your original advertising. This just looks like the current status quo with a new coat of paint. I mean, yeah, they sprinkle in things like Johnny Storm and The Thing getting back together again, but other than that, this is business as usual. Like, am I wrong? Am I missing something here? If I am, please let me know, because this is just how it looks like to me, and to a lot of people actually. To me, this is just another Marvel event, just an excuse to give their books a new look that will last until their next event next year. What's worse is that some people can look at this and think, oh, these are just variant covers like the hip-hop variants or the cosplay variants were. Now, to be completely fair, all we have to go off of are these covers. For all we know, the Marvel Legacy that was promised in April is still coming, but will just be rolled out slower than expected. A gradual change rather than it happening all at once like DC did with Rebirth. There's also the Marvel Legacy one-shot that's supposed to come out beforehand, which is going to serve as an introduction to this new status quo. But just the way they did this announcement just doesn't fill me with confidence. Trickling out covers that reference other covers to select websites just isn't enough. This was supposed to be the big event that put Marvel back on top after months of losing ground to companies like DC and Image. This should have been followed by a big press event that showed us who is writing these books, who's drawing these books, and what these books were going to be about in the long run. If they want us to be excited, they need to tell us what these books are about. Comics are spoiled months in advance anyway, so why bother keeping things a secret for so long? San Diego Comic-Con this year is July 20th to the 23rd. That's about a month away, and I don't think Marvel can stand to wait that long to tell us what these books are going to be like. We need to know as soon as possible so we can get excited, so that we can even pre-order them to our local comic book stores. Besides, nobody goes to Comic-Con for comic book news. Marvel, what are you thinking? More importantly, what are you guys thinking about Marvel Legacy? Did this news fill you with excitement, or are you just as confused as I am about what they're trying to do? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. We of course have new videos every Tuesday and Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, Wulff Den Live. You can catch the archive version again on Thursday on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and of course, right here on YouTube. Subscribe to see all that. Like this video, share it with a friend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.